So now I've done some basic spirals. Let's take and formalize things. So I'm going to go back to my square. So that's 4. This is 100. This was 90. Oh, yep. And this is 1. And not really a different statement. So let's run this, make sure we're back to a square. Good. Now, if I want to make another square, like a smaller one, I'd have to copy this whole thing and paste it in, like, but 50. And, well, I could do that. What if I want a square that's 49 or 72 or some random number? I wouldn't have to copy this each time for each one. So let's take and wrap this loop in what's called a function. So to write a function, we first use the keyword def, and we give it a name. So in this case, it's going to be square. And we put parentheses after that, and a colon. And just like when we did the while statement, we need to tab on all the parts of that thing. So now if I run this, you'll notice nothing happens. That's because I never actually said to do the square. But now if I say square, he'll do it. And if I do square bob.forward 100, let's go 125 square, he's going to make 2 squares without having to rewrite the code for it. And I have to pull this out. So now we have 2 squares. Now, these squares are exactly the same size. So let's add a feature. We're going to add what's called a parameter to our square. And that parameter is going to be called size. Now, I now need to say how big square. So first square is going to be 100, and this one's going to be 50. But right now, it's not using its size. So we need to change that forward. So instead of using 100, it's going to use the parameter size to go that distance. So let's run it. And there we go. Now, it'd be kind of nice if I didn't have to actually say square 100 if I want default 100 size. So I'm going to do 100. Now, if I don't say anything, it's going to use 100, but if I tell it specifically like do 50, it's going to replace that 100 with 50 and then do the swap square. Let's just double check that. And it still works. So take one of the spirals that you found and wrap that in a function so you can control it and add a parameter to it and get some comfort with that. When we come back, we'll go and see about formalizing this into a larger category of shapes.